and welcome to another episode of Fair Ladies of Middle-earth. With me are my players, who will now go around and introduce themselves as per usual, in the order I have you on screen as usual. So, Kira, you're first.
Hi there, I'm Kira. I play Zastari. Absolute mollywopped princess, bleeding out in a forest currently. It's fine. It's probably fine. But if you want to see me doing more TTRPG things, you can go to Campfire Stories RPG on YouTube and Twitch. Or if you want to just see me doing regular video gamey things, it's over at twitch.tv/sheismedieval. VODs on the Medieval Massacre on YouTube.
Very well. And moving on to Anara.
I am Inara, all the places. If you would like to talk about stuff, this is the only thing that I currently do that is shared broadly. I play Aislinn, and she is a shield maiden of Rohan, and not the sharpest tool in the shed.
Okay, moving on to Violet.
My name's Violet, and I'm having extreme technical difficulties, so please bear with me today. I play Muriel. She's a noble elf from the Mirkwood, and she has a really huge crush on Aislinn, but, won't admit it. That's what's important to know.
It's going well. It's going well.
Okay, and moving on to Kayla.
Kayla, I play Phelan, your favorite illiterate woodswoman of the Wilderlands. There are many things she cannot do, including reading, swimming, and socializing in general, but she's got an axe that she can wield with a decent amount of success, and I am not on the internet.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
Okay, and I'm Loremistress LadyBug, can be found on most social media as Loremistress LadyBug. However, those are right now overtaken by my drawings, so be aware of that. And yeah, you can find everything in the links in the description or in the chat, because that's also where I put some links. And yeah, with that, I believe, was it Kira who decided to do a recap?
Yes, it won't be a very long recap because the most of last session was combat after we... After I lured the mighty beastie out of its bog swamp area and directly into our faces, combat ensued with Zastari getting absolutely beaten to shit and very nearly swallowed whole by this creature. Luckily, my companions were able to get me out, and I was able to get a wound in while that whole process was kind of going on. And then when I crawled back into my hidey hole, I got another wound off, which sort of insta-killed it. We took enough of what we needed to say, hey, this is the proof that we destroyed this Sir Beastie. And now we're beaten, we're bruised, emotionally and physically, and we just kind of want to rest for a second.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I'm also really super hopeless. Well, no, it got better after last session. I got real hopeless. But
you burned
I got a lot
your
of
hopes.
Yeah, and I got a lot of temp shadow, a concerning amount of temp shadow.
Yeah, there was a guy that was not super happy with us brokering peace, but he shut his little face because he knows his place.
Because he's the singer the bitch.
And then we got paid because you can get paid. I believe it's get paid, Gatorade.
Wait. Oh, okay. Is that the right order?
I believe so.
Okay.
It's been a while since 2008.
Yeah. God, 2008. It was only yesterday.
It was only yesterday. It was definitely not 16 years ago.
Oh, God.
Don't mind me, I'm just opening myself the books at the pages for undertakings, the regular ones and the Rohan ones. So that's also something you can do. Anyway, so yes, you finished your adventure. You settled back in Aisden's home. She totally doesn't have a reputation for how when one time Zesty opened the door naked.
Wow.
Half naked, to be
Improvement
exact.
How
on her
dare.
Yes, I was going to
reputation.
say,
How
She
I got
has-
my bottoms
dare.
covered. By an apron, we still have no idea how it got there.
I mean, let's take the small blessing that the
I just
apron
assumed
was
you
there.
brought it with you, since you have a love of baking.
Yeah,
Let's just be happy that the apron was there, because otherwise the guy delivering the message, yeah.
look, some people's awakenings were Lola Bunny and Chico. This guy's awakening was apparently this random elven woman who happened to be in Rohan at the time.
I like the idea of the rumors spreading that that Aislinn just got like a harem of fair ladies living in
Oh my
her
god.
home
Sorry, they
in
call
various
themselves
states
the
of
Fair
undress at any
Ladies?
given moment.
I
Is that how we got our name of the fair ladies? Because they think
Yeah,
we're
because
a
we're all
whorehouse?
fair.
Yeah, like I think we all gave ourselves that name, but then that name got out, which is like it's just the PG like elven, not elven, Middle Earthen version of like the hot bitch society.
Oh my god.
And so they're just like, have you heard that Lady Aislinn keeps with her 3 fair maidens?
Oh my god.
One of them opens the doors half naked.
Oh my god. This is not
Yeah,
going to go well for
Freaking
my
Carl
reputation.
keeps saying that, and it's like it only happened once.
He's hoping it will happen again.
Yeah. But unfortunately, she's not allowed to do that anymore because it's not culturally appropriate.
Just like, hey guys, you should put your clothes on. We should wear clothes.
Oh
Wear
man.
clothes, yeah. Uh-huh. Sorry
Come back
about
to
it. Gotta wear
Lothlorien
the
with me.
clothes.
Let's see how you fare.
You're starting to make Lothlorien sound like a nudist colony.
Look, elves. Am I right?
I want to see in the source book where it says that all the elves in Lothlorien
Are naked.
I believe it was.
No.
I believe it was somewhere within the third act of the. Fuck! What's the name of that giant book of lore for Lord of the Rings?
Silmarillion.
The Silmarillion. Yeah.
I don't believe there was ever a mention of elves being
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's
nudists. I don't think Tolkien would put nudists in his books.
I don't think so. He puts a lot. He's fairly open-minded, but I feel like that's a little bit beyond the pale for like 1975.
I would love to. Like, Aislinn gets there and she's like, so I heard you guys just mostly like go topless. And they're like, no, that's the story. We have no idea what's
We've
what's
asked
up
her
with
to put on clothes. She won't put on clothes. How did you
She
get her to put
just-
on clothes?
She just swims topless. It's weird. Like, originally it was kind of hot, and then we were all just over it really quickly.
Yeah, it can get old.
Then you come
Yeah.
to the Wilderlands where Phelan is from, and everyone is very civilized, and you have no idea where she got. Like, it's like, yeah, she just dropped out of school early. We don't know what her problem was.
Oh no! Your area is not very civilized. No,
No, I know that, but
you're entirely too close to Mirkut.
mm-hmm,
That's the joke. She's the wildling.
mm-hmm.
Oh,
No, like, all of us are the exceptions rather than the rules
I mean,
of the
let's be
areas we're
honest, those
from.
are
And
the-
then
I mean,
Aislinn,
I am very stereotypical.
Aislinn
Yeah.
is just the most Rohan of Rohan.
I
I
mean,
smell like a horse.
I feel like Muriel's
As
pretty
far as-
stereotypical for.
Yeah, you're probably right. That makes sense.
yeah. And then as for Phelan, her area is wild, especially since A, Mirkut, B, Radagast. Like, try to not be wild.
If anybody is confused, by the way, as to, like, Kira doesn't know how to play in Lord of the Rings, well, if you're just watching for the first time,
Have you still not watched the third movie?
I've still not watched the third movie.
I I'm
Never read any of the
horrified,
books.
disappointed.
I watched the first 2 movies. Oh yeah, it is out of focus, isn't it? Come on, come back to me. Come back to me, friendo. Nope, that's the best you're getting. I'm in the shadows now. I just
You're very, very blurred.
What a
great.
good day for technology all around.
Yes. Apparently, today technology hates us. Oh well. Had to happen
Sounds
someday.
about right.
But yes, welcome to the fellowship phase.
Yes. Going one by one with how fellowship phase works. Well, as far as destination, we already kind of chosen that because we're going to Agent's home as always. And dear Aisden,
I need to
upkeep your
reduce my
standing.
shadow points.
No. First, it's upkeeping your standing. You need to pay.
Wait. Okay. How much do I have to pay?
Which level of standing do you have?
3.
So that's the 36 treasure points to upkeep that.
Well, I only have 5. So would anybody like
Didn't
to
you
loan
just
me?
get a lot of treasure?
Yes, and I paid Kira back for all of the gold she lent me when I bought my standing to begin with. So Zesty, do you have some gold you know that gold I just gave you?
Yeah, it's good. We'll hook you up.
Okay.
Oh no,
I
wait.
just need...
Okay, my bad. You're on your home turf. You don't have to pay because you're here.
Yes.
If
That's
somebody
right.
has a standing in their home and weren't home, then that's when you have to pay. So you have some time to gather more treasure before you will have to pay that upkeep. Because once we're done with this book, we are not coming back to Rohan anytime soon.
That's what you
Wow.
think. We can do what we want. We're the players.
Whatever.
Get ready to go from module to clusterfuck.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that was upkeep. Now on to spending your experience points, with which you can buy wisdom, valor, or your weapon skills.
Oh,
I never
yes.
remember
I
how
should
to do
look
that.
And
up.
if you don't remember the costs of everything, you do have that in your player help on Roll20. I just pinned that photo to all of you on Roll20. That's where all the costs are.
Virtues and rewards. That's what I want to look up.
So that's best looked up at that generator that I sent you, because that has all the books loaded into it.
Yep.
And it's a very useful fucking tool.
Wait, where did you ping it? I'm stupid.
On Roll20. That's where the costs of everything are. I showed you the image on it.
I'm looking in Discord because apparently I don't understand what you mean when you say, words.
Don't worry.
I'm just getting in character. I'm just getting in character.
He receives a virtue. I am not an... Okay.
Where do we know what the standard virtues are in addition to like the special ones we get via our special?
Also in the generator,
traits?
it will show you all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's a... Unfortunately, there's an Elves of Mirkwood cultural virtues, but not for Elves of Lorien.
Because it's for Elves of Mirkwood.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is there is no Elves of...
Because different cultures have different thingies for themselves, because that's one of those that are culture specific.
Is it... So are the ones for Elves of Lorien, are they in a different book?
And
Because I'm seeing Bardings, Bjornings, Dwarves of the Lonely Mountains.
So if you're looking in the One Ring book, I don't think there will be that many things for Elves of Lorien there. I'm not sure, but as I said, for the virtues and rewards, check in that generator I sent you, the one for the character sheets, because that one has all of the books. You just need to choose your correct culture. there, and it will show you the rewards for that one.
The generator.
Yep. That one is pinned in the channel. I know that I checked that one.
In the rules info?
I think it's in the main one.
Oh.
Let me see. Or not. Or maybe in rules. I'm checking at the content channels, of course, that's not the right channel to check in. Yeah, it's in the main channel. In the general chat, that's where you have at the bottom of the list of pinned things is the generator. And that one has all the books.
Oh. Okay, so I just need to basically just create a character and figure out from there.
I just get to the point where you would be choosing those, and then it will show. You don't have to choose everything perfectly, as long as your culture is okay.
Yes, Elf of Lorien.
Okay, so as far as the virtues available to Elves of Lorien only, there's Deadly Archery, Elvish Dreams, The Speakers, Waybread of the Elves, and Favor of the Lady. I think you have some of those already.
I have the Waybread of the Elves, and... Yep. Hold on. I have the Speakers, and I have the Waybread of the Elves.
Okay, so the virtues that are left from the Jesus fucking Christ, culture specific is Favor of the Lady, which is raising your maximum hope score by 2 points, and additionally, when you return to Lorien for a Year's End Fellowship phase, you can recover your full hope score at the cost of gaining 1 permanent shadow point.
Yikes.
That can be useful because you could replenish all of your hope and only gain 1 permanent shadow point, so good deal. Then there's Elvish Dreams. You have learned to recover from your exertions while engaging in repetitive tasks like walking or rowing in a boat. At the end of a day of activity, you recover a number of endurance points equal to your wisdom rank. If you then take a prolonged rest, you recover normally. And then there's Deadly Archery. So most members of your kin possess a natural talent for hitting the mark when using their bows. You seem to possess that quality yourself, as your arrows find their target with uncanny precision. When you spend a point of hope to invoke an attribute bonus on a ranged attack roll using a bow, you receive an additional bonus equal to your basic hard score. So that's the virtues. And as for rewards, do you have any of the rewards?
I do. I have an elven brooch.
Oh, you have the brooch. Which is a very nice thing to have.
Yeah.
Then there's also the bow of the Galadrim. So the bow has an encumbrance value of 1, which is lower than most bows. And additionally, if you roll an extraordinary success on an attack using such a bow, you automatically score a piercing blow. Piercing blow is basically the risk of a wound for the enemy, no matter if you rolled your edge or not.
Oh, shit.
And then there's the Elven Cloak. And Elven Cloak is when you are in the wilderness, you can wrap yourself in your cloak and hood to hide. If you are not observed while hiding, make a stealth roll. On a success, you may remain hidden and unseen as long as you do not move or make a sound.
I don't think that. Okay, I'm thinking. I am thinking of potentially going with the bow. And then there are just like the masteries, right? Set your hope score.
Yeah, the other ones are not culture specific, so they are available if you check through every single culture. But I just read you the ones that are culture specific, because those are the things that only you can take.
Yes. Raise one of your favored attributes by 1. You have a favored attribute? Oh, yes. Okay, sorry. One of your favored by one. Raise your maximum endurance by 2, and when you choose this mastery, set your endurance score again to its maximum rating. Close combat damage.
I mean, yeah, the courageous one that you sent would be good for Aizen, especially fucking now.
It's fine.
Honey,
I
it
think
raises your
I'm
hope
gonna.
and it resets how high and it resets it to max. So you
I think I'm
could choose a
increasing my
different.
weapon skill. I'm gonna
I
increase
mean,
my weapon skill and increase
okay.
my awe.
Yeah,
I mean that's
how does increasing your weapon work? Like, what happens when you increase your weapon rating?
It's
so the
increased
weapon
dice,
rating
right?
is it increases the amount of dice you roll for attacks. Because the dots that you mark next to that weapon
Okay.
or the
Yeah,
rating
I
of
mean,
the
that seems like
weapon
a good
is how
idea.
many d6s you roll. So if you raise your weapon skills, you roll more dice. And if you roll more dice, you have better chances of hitting things.
Oh. Okay, and I have 16 experience right now I can spend, so I could make my bow from a rank
Yeah,
of
that's what
2 to
I
a rank
did.
of
Is
4. And then I would
I
have
got
4
mine
of
to
those little
5.
die every time I roll, which would probably be really helpful.
Yes. So your bow is
Yeah,
right now at
I
3,
think that
right?
would probably be what's best because I have trouble hitting things since I'm always so far back.
And at what rating is your bow
Yeah, if
now?
I would change my bow rating from 2 to 4.
Yeah, that's exactly 16 points.
Yeah. So perfect. That does that. There we go.
I will also say, Hani, not only is your sound and video not in sync and sometimes cutting, you're also delayed.
Hey,
That's fun.
we're all doing great.
I'm sorry.
Is it also possible? Okay, are we able
I can't
to?
do anything about that. I tried.
I know.
Are we able to do this in any order? So, like, can we, for instance, get better armor and then, like, raise our valor up and make it a cunning make armor?
Yes, absolutely. You can add things to the armor you have later on. That's not a problem.
Okay, perfect.
So yes, basically when you choose your rewards and chat, you can absolutely add traits to it from those rewards. That's not a problem.
So now remind me, how much experience does it take to go from 2 to 3 valor?
That's 6 points.
Ooh. Okay. So we'll go up to 3 valor, and I'm going to choose cunning make on the armor that I end up getting. And then to go from 3 to 4.
That's 10.
Oh, I love that. Oh, I went too far. Oh, because it's rewards first and then virtues? No. Why do I seem to be going too far? Oh, there
If
we
you're
go.
using that like character mancer thing, it's because you if you say 2 valor, 1 wisdom, it shows you the valor one. But if you say 2 wisdom, 1 valor, then it shows you the wisdom one. So it doesn't ever show both of them. Is what I noticed. You have to go like back and then change it.
I could choose a new favorite skill. Oh, do I make insight a favorite skill? You know what? Let's do it.
I'm gonna post in that document.
I can't hear Ladybug. Is anyone else having that problem?
Yeah.
It cuts out every now and then, yeah.
I just assumed
how
she
is
wasn't
now?
talking.
And how's now?
Better.
Good. That's good. That's good. So you're both in the midst of choosing what to do with your experience points for wisdom, valor, and weapons. I'll take that silence as a yes.
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 Thank you.
Yeah. I what to do with my experience points. Now I'm working on choosing what to do with my advancement points.
We will get to advancement points as well. But yeah, you can already start on that if since you finished with your experience points. Because yes, then
I'm
you can
taking
spend your
advantage
advancement points on your skills. So you can raise your skills with your advancement points, however many you have. And the cost for that is also in the same image I showed you on Roll20. Just remember that there's a difference in cost between the skills you have favored and the ones you do not have favored. Because the favored skills usually cost less to raise. Because you like those skills. And you're good at those skills.
Hey.
Yes.
But you can also talk, so some of you can also try to talk us through what you're doing so that we are not sitting here in silence.
Yeah, I definitely just upgraded my weapon and my awe. That's
Nice.
That's the whole thing. Yeah,
I nominate
super exciting.
My insight has now become favored because I increased my wisdom. And so I've increased my insight from 1 pip to 3.
Nice.
And I decided to go, because I only have 12 left. If I had 16, that'd be great. I've decided to go with my song from... Oh, wait, hold on, wait. Because you can also do that for your bow, right? Like for your weapon?
So experience points so the points that you use for wisdom and valor are also used for weapons. The advancement points are for skills only.
Cool. Then, yeah, I'm gonna increase my song to 4.
Nice. Zest is gonna be singing everything and everyone. I mean, she already lured you at horse, so...
Pretty much, yeah.
Given that was a demonic horse, like you, but, you know... Okay, and I know Muriel raised weapon skill with experience points, and what did you do with your advancements?
I haven't finished my advancements yet. I'm still doing math and trying to decide which ones to do.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm deciding
and-
my advancements
So,
as well.
Get back
I
to
Okay.
decided to raise my valor to 3 and my wisdom to 4.
Okay, and which reward and virtue did you get for that?
For wisdom, for the wisdom one, I chose to take Hunter's Resolve, which lets me once per day regain endurance up to my favored heart score,
Nice.
which I want to do. So, and
Yeah,
then
you get hit a lot.
I get hit a lot, and I
It's
wear
true.
very heavy armor. So my plan is to just, if I stack that along with my fragrant weeds, where I can like not get weary immediately after going under my hope rating or my endurance rating. Sorry. My plan is to just outlast anything, regardless of whether I hit it or not.
Okay, so you're going with the route of if I'm gonna get hit, I better be able to stand.
Yeah, that's my plan. I'm like, Aisling will do
Okay.
the damage. I will just outlast it.
Okay,
There we
and
go.
what did you get as a reward?
For the reward, I took Grievous to my axe to make my damage a little better.
Nice. Yeah, Grievous is fun.
Question: when do shadow points become like real bad, like the temp ones?
So when your temp points equal your current hope score, that's when shit gets bad, because the moment that happens, the moment your temporary shadow points reach the same level as your current hope points, not max but current,
Yeah.
that's when the temporary shadow points clear out and you get your first permanent shadow point and your first bout of madness.
Right. So I don't want to do that. I'm gonna try and
Lovely.
reduce it. Yeah, I'm gonna try and reduce it. It's fine. We're all fine.
I've got. Here's the thing. I've got 3 temp shadow right now, but I've got 10 hope.
Yeah. See, I am almost exactly the same in that I have shadow and 9 hope.
Don't you make the bread when you do undertaking, and doesn't that also let you take down your shadow?
That particularly. Well, so I have to choose the clear shadow undertaking, basically, and then if I succeed, I make the way bread. But then I also could give us a song.
I mean, you could, or you could make the bread that gives hope when during travels, and take down your shadow. But that's up to you. Who's to say? Maybe you won't witness corruption or get more shadow points during the next adventure. Who knows?
Who knows?
Could be fine.
It's not
Yeah,
like it's
maybe.
Let's see, how far away from.
Do you guys want to help me decide?
What are you debating?
Oh, gotta wait for her to catch up.
Muriel, I believe you were asked what do you need help with?
For my. Oh, so I'm trying to decide between a couple things for advancement. So I have 29 points. With those 29 points, I'm going to spend 12 to raise my persuade to 4 because it is favored and it's already at 3, so that's 12 points. And then I can spend 8 points to raise an unfavored skill from 1 to 2. The ones I was thinking of was going to be either riddle or healing. I wasn't sure if which one would be better for party dynamic. Like does anybody already have good riddle or healing to where I would not need to raise mine?
I'm
okay.
favored in healing.
I'm also favored in healing. I have
Mine is not
2 pips on that.
Look,
Okay.
I have terrible skills. I don't roll for enough stuff.
Riddle.
My riddle is a fat 0.
I mean, it's not like you're using riddle anyway.
Not yet.
Not really.
I mean, okay, riddle can be useful sometimes.
We used some of the social scenarios that I only have one.
Yeah.
So I feel like
decent
it's
bit.
probably good for me to do my riddle to 2.
It's come up a lot.
Because I'll do riddle to 2, and then for my last 9 points, it costs exactly 9 points to turn a favored skill to 3. I currently have 2 favored skills at 2. Those are awareness and inspire. And so I was trying to decide if I should bump awareness or inspire up to 3 regarding what you guys already have.
Both of them are 2s for me.
Yeah,
I have
same.
awareness at 2 and favored, and I have inspire at 1 and not favored.
Here's another thing I'll say about awareness versus inspire. I think that awareness will be a quote-unquote more useful skill if you're looking at this as a game mechanic. I think that inspire would be definitely more up Muriel's alley, as she kind of is like the we can do it, yay, go team.
Aww.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I think.
I also have quick of hearing as a distinctive feature. And so I feel like maybe because of that, if their awareness has to do with hearing, I can use that instead of my skill if my skill isn't good. So
Yeah,
inspire is
exactly.
probably the best move. So in that case, I would be persuade to 4, riddle to 2, and inspire to 3 because there isn't charisma in this game. But if I did have it, I'd be moving it up to a 20. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
you would.
I took all the talky skills again.
It's okay. Talkie skills are fun.
So persuade, riddle, and inspire are what I am in. And that is exactly my 29.
If it was awe instead of awareness, you would have done all 3 of the personality ones.
Well, I actually already have awe at 3. Inspire is at 3 now. Persuade is at 4. Riddle is at 2. And lore is at 3. So I have all my talking except riddle at 3 or 4. And then
So when we're
but it
among
makes sense
elves,
for her to be lower on riddle than everything.
so basically when we're around elves or, well, not humans, or definitely not dwarves, she's your talking person.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Absolutely.
But yeah,
Muriel is our cult of
among
personality.
dwarves, you will have to choose between Aizen and Phelan to be the talker, because dwarves don't do well with elves. Well,
All I
depending
can
on
do
the-
is awe. That's all. That's the
Yeah.
only.
Yeah,
related
I
fucking
got.
thing that
I
I'm
can.
okay at.
I have lore at 2 and awe at 3, so it's fine.
The only things under 2 for
Let's just
me are
avoid
awe,
dwarves.
persuade, search, hunting, and riddle. As of course we all know that my riddle is a big fucking gooth egg. Zastari is very front-loaded in terms of like her how she speaks with people. There's not a lot of like, ooh, there's like little intricacies behind her words. She's blunt like a fucking warhammer.
That's what people like about her.
Yep. Well, I don't know. There's a male guy who likes something very different about her.
True.
And then basically, my only last thing to do is get better armor and reduce its encumbrance by 2. So either the armor itself,
And then we all need to pick our undertaker.
the helmet or the shield. And then we all have to pick our undertaking, which I have to choose. Do I want to risk the shadow to sing a song?
That is entirely up to you.
Alright, I put my insight and my craft both up from 1 to 2 with my advancement points.
Nice.
I think it's time Phelan understand what people mean when they say things a little better.
Because both of these abilities are only good for the adventuring phase. The Waybread and the song.
Yeah, that's how those
It's
things
true.
work, yes.
Thing
Because
is,
Because usually within your fellowship phase, you don't do a lot of, rolling. Definitely not high stakes rolling.
so here's my thought process, ladies, and let me know if maybe I've gone fully off the deep end.
I mean, you have, but unrelated.
Well, yeah, in this specific scenario. If I compose the song now, it stays as one of my songs for the rest of the game. Like, we can call upon this every adventuring phase, regardless of if I take this undertaking.
Okay.
I have 3 shadow points, assuming...
No, please. You should. Because you like to use your
let's
hope.
assume for a quick second, right, that this, I'm going to say this is worst case scenario, knock on my wooden desk. This doubles by the time we do this again. I can heal a max of 6 with Heal Corruption. With a craft or song roll. And I have pretty damn good song. I could even potentially buff craft next time if I want to do that, and then also get the Waybread. And then everybody basically gets an auto +2 successes for that session whenever they want to use it.
Well, don't we have to pass rolls to get those?
You do have to pass song rolls, the TN of which is based on how successful I am at making the song. So my idea was to make an Elvish song, which actually adds +2 to the TN because it's difficult to compose and sing, but we can also use it twice per adventuring phase. So what's everybody's song at?
I have 1 pip.
Yikers. Okay.
I have 2.
Okay. Not everybody is so good at the songs thing.
Yeah, that's your thing. That's your special thing.
Kind of my thing.
Yeah.
I know the songs that you can make for the party can be very fucking useful. Because the undertaking of writing songs is fucking useful. But yeah, it's also way more useful if, your party can sing.
Yeah.
Yeah, but can't Kira just sing for us? Like, can't Zesty be the singer who sings the song to us?
Unfortunately, no.
Well,
I could theoretically get the number of successes equal to the number of players on my own, and give us all a temporary fellowship point, but that still wouldn't give you guys the inspiration, right? Because let's say best case scenario, I get an extraordinary success, that's a TN of 12, and then a +2 because it's Elvish, that's still a 14 that you would have to hit on 1 or 2 pips, which I don't think is probably going to happen.
Yeah, it's a lot.
So instead, I suppose we shall heal our corruption. And we have not made this thing our sanctuary.
No, I do not think you did. Especially since making a place a sanctuary, I believe, is an undertaking for the entire group.
Yeah.
Can you go over healing corruption again, just because it's what I'm going to have to do?
So you have a special one.
Okay.
Because of you being a rider of Rohan, you have Honor the Kings of Old. If you heal corruption using Song, on a success, you reduce your shadow by 3. On a 6, by 6 on a great success, and 9 on an extraordinary success.
Okay. So do I risk it for the biscuit? Sorry, go ahead. We're in your phase right now. I'm just planning.
Is your craft or is your Song better?
Oh, my craft. My craft. It is a 1. It's not a 0, but it's not.
Okay, so you're saying your Song is better then?
It is, yes.
Okay, so then that's probably your best bet. I have to do craft if I want... how do I know what is a success? TOR 198. Let's do that.
So if the TN is not specified, it's usually 14.
It is, in fact, 14.
Because the normal TN for everything is 14, unless it's specified otherwise.
Well, let's do the time warp again. Where are you, Craft?
So I'm guessing we're at the undertakings now. Well, that's a 15, so it is indeed a success.
It is. So
with that, I believe you do also make the whey bread, and since it's a normal success...
reduced by 2.
Yes, you reduce your corruption by 2, and you make your wisdom score of bread.
Yes. Let's see what the actual just full... you equip your company with whey bread of the elves, an additional pool of fellowship points equal to your wisdom score on a success. So we have an extra 4.
That's good.
Points to use during that phase.
Okay, so Zestari's undertaking was healing corruption by baking, as always.
Hitting that baking.
And what is Daisy doing to beat her shadow? Because somebody here has a lot of shadow.
I'm going to sing, I suppose, because it is.
Oh, so you're going with the kings? The honoring of the kings?
Yeah.
Sing!
Yep. Hey, that was really bad. I am in trouble, y'all.
What is your...
Definitely not a success.
Definitely not a success.
But what
Song
is
is
your...
body, right? What's your body?
My body is really good. My body is 6, and my favored body is 9, but I'm not favorite.
Is song one of your favorite skills? 6.
Nope, so it still wouldn't be enough.
6 will, yes, still not enough.
Nope.
And you can't spend 2 hope, can you?
No. Not really, no.
Well, It kind of sucks that you can fail these,
It kind of does.
to be honest, because
Anyway,
they don't happen often enough to justify that.
that's my
See,
turn.
thing is, if you spent the time as a group at one of those fellowship phases and opened Rohan a sanctuary, then she could have done a second roll. Because if you heal corruption in your sanctuary, you roll twice.
Yeah, the only problem, like I said, the biggest problem is that these fellowship phases don't happen often enough. That, like, making a place a sanctuary is basically saying it only becomes useful on the third fellowship phase.
Yeah,
Right?
makes
Because you're like, oh, you could roll twice, or you could roll once this phase and once next phase, which is the same thing.
Yep.
Because making a place a sanctuary means none of us do anything.
God, get out of here with your math skills.
Sorry, I play Magic the Gathering. This is what's called
No,
clone
I
advantage.
I do that some places when I'm being smart. So no, it's the statistics are important.
I always ask somebody because they were like, oh, I don't like Phyrexian Arena, which is basically an enchantment that's like every upkeep, lose a life, draw a card. It's like,
Right.
that seems really good. And it's like, nope, it's only good on the third turn because you drew that as a card.
Right. Yep.
So it has to replace itself, then it has to draw you an extra card.
Yep. Makes sense. And how far do most Magic games go in turns anyways? What, 5 turns maybe?
Depends on your
I mean,
power
it depends
level,
on the
but
yeah, it depends on the what you're playing.
But yeah, the best you can only do heal corruption twice in your sanctuary. You can roll twice for healing corruption in your sanctuary. Else, if it's on your sanctuary, you only roll once, and if you fail, well, you fail.
Yep.
And I said, please remind us, how is your shadow to hope ratio?
I am at 4 shadow and 9 hope.
So you have wiggle room. All
Yeah.
5 points of wiggle room.
And is there any other way
We
in
roll
this
to heal
game
corruption
of-
for each other. Like I don't have any shadow.
No. Only the person who is
Or
corrupt.
I have like one.
Is there any other way in this game of healing
So
corruption
I can, like,
other than the
sing, like,
heal
roll a
corruption
song.
undertaking?
Like
Nope. Sadly, no.
That's
That's
I didn't know if it was
basically-
possible for me to use
because
the heal
that's
corruption
basically
to heal someone else's corruption.
so basically corruption is the mostly mental role that seeing what you see takes on all of you, as it's also dealing with the things that are cursed, corrupt, and shadow touched. So no, only actually doing things that bring you joy can heal that.
Well,
And that
song
will-
doesn't bring me joy, but you know,
So Kings
What if
does.
there was like a girl you had
obviously.
singing you this song?
Yeah, you're like,
Bring me joy. One
we've
with
done a
me,
lot of things
like-
that bring
Like, I feel
our
like that might be-
joy. It doesn't heal our shadow.
I would
But-
appreciate if you weren't all talking at the same time. Because for a second, then Muriel tried to say something, and both Kira and Aizen may manage to talk over her.
My
So-
apologies, Violet.
It's okay, guys. I'm lagging, so I can't tell when other people are talking until after. So it's probably my fault with the technical difficulties.
You're good.
But
Don't
the thing
worry.
I was saying was that, like, what if I chose the heal corruption, but like to heal Aislin's corruption specifically because I know she has more than me, and I could like
sadly,
sing it in the song of like friendship and like crushing this.
Sadly, you cannot heal the corruption on
Darn.
somebody else. They have to heal
It
from
was
that
worth
corruption,
that.
affecting them only. Well, unless they gain permanent shadow points, then it's affecting everyone. But hey. Okay, that was Muriel. Now on to Kira, who was
Well,
saying
in the
something.
future, then, if we are still in Rohan next time, I would the gaze upon glittering caves, because it does reduce shadow by 2 the first time you do it, and you don't have to roll for it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been ideal.
So next time that might be a good option.
Yeah. The more you know.
Okay, on to what Kira was trying to say.
Oh, I don't know. I was probably just making some like weird joke.
Okay, and
I kept doing that.
don't worry, I was absolutely lost when 3 people started talking at the same time. And I cannot process 3 people talking at the same time. And Anara, you were also trying to say something when...
Nope, I didn't think. That's it.
Okay.
So I'm glad to know that the glittering caves option exists because I have exactly 2 shadow and ask Craft and Song. I mean, Craft's a little better now. So I think Phelan's undertaking will be to roll a blunt and go hang out at this glittering cave and look at
Yeah,
them.
no, that seems like legit. That's obvious. That's objectively the best option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if you'd be willing to let Aislinn do that just because she didn't know that was an option before. I feel like that's just kind of the right option to take if you know it's there. But that's kind of up to you as a GM.
The best of the one problem I might have with the glittering caves is that I don't think we're in Helm's Deep.
Ah.
We're in Adoras.
So, well, that would matter. It seems like
That was on the
Yeah,
Rohan specific list you sent.
Yes, but that's to be exact. That's part of Helm's Deep, because glittering caves are in Helm's Deep.
Well, I just thought that we could do anything off the list in
I mean,
Rohan.
even the description of them is the caverns of Helm's Deep.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just thought that since we're in Rohan, the fellowship phase is supposed to last like the entirety of like fall and winter.
No,
so we'd have time to make a trek.
the year end fellowship phase, yes, absolutely, but this is not year's end yet. Because year's end is when you take your rest for the.
Oh, it's not? I thought it
No.
was fellowship phase was
We're
over.
not at the end of the year yet. No, we still have 3 more adventures. We will do 3 more adventures, then we will be at year's end.
I thought that every.
No. So there are fellowship phases between
Okay.
each adventure, and each adventure doesn't take a year. So don't worry. No, this is just a normal fellowship phase. The year's end, I will let you know when it's year's end because there are additional things that you can do on year's end. And absolutely going to Helm's Deep, since you will be in Rohan, will also be an option then. Or opening a sanctuary or whatever. We'll see. But no, the glittering caves are in Helm's Deep right now, so that is not available to people who are in the Doras, and that's just a fellowship phase that lasts like a week or 2.
Gotcha. So then for my fellowship phase, I will do a normal heal corruption and I'll roll a craft to roll some blunts. That will be the craft that brings Phelan.
I believe in you. You can do it.
Okay, craft away.
Don't roll a 1 like I did.
No, but that's
Are
not a
we
success.
near hope on that? That's
Thingborn
the-
Forest?
You can spend hope on that because you are close to success.
Yeah, I'll spend a hope for that because I've got a bunch of hope.
Okay,
Okay.
and that way you heal from your corruption.
That makes sense. You're basically, it's like a 1-to-1 kind of, because like you're exchanging 1 hope for or 2 shadow, so it's...
Yep, and from what I remember, Phelan only had 2 shadow points, so she's back to 0. That's good. I love that she's the one that's on the lowest end of shadow apart from Muriel. And then the cotton ball and the person who is from here actually are doing not so well.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, it stands to reason that the star is easily corruptible since she didn't have access to corruption before, so it's hitting her a bit harder. Anyway, I believe we have undertakings done at... actually, Muriel, what are you doing as your undertaking? Because healing corruption isn't the only undertaking you can take.
Yeah, I haven't picked my undertaking yet. Because I didn't realize that we couldn't do anything from the list. I thought it was just anything on the Rohan list. Where in Rohan are we? Like,
Edoras.
what of the column? Edoras? Okay.
So I'm looking currently at the go hunting, guard the crossings, and the hills of seeing and hearing. The hills of seeing and hearing looks like a lot, to be honest. And you have to succeed with a great or extraordinary, and then you get you see a big thing happen, and then if you roll a rune of Gandalf, it conveys a clearer vision and leaves the player hero's spirit uplifted. You gain a point of hope. It's a lot of BS. The guard the crossings means you roll your feat die and you consult the table. You can gain an advancement point in the perception skill group. You can gain an advancement point in perception and movement. You can gain an experience point. You gain 2 bonus success dice to use in any one encounter of the coming adventuring phase. Or a rune of Gandalf says chance meeting. You encounter a potential patron of note, such as Thengel King touring his kingdom. I don't know if the Lord of the Rings fans are watching this shit and they're
I don't know that one, so if that makes you feel any better.
Or Saruman or Gandalf on a journey to or from the Wilderlands. And you gain 3 bonus success dice to spend during any encounter with that notable figure, and may later undertake to gain them as a patron. Of course, again, that takes the crit success to do.
Sounds like a good enough thing to do. Right. But I only have 1 shadow, so I don't really see the point to try and heal corruption at this very moment in time when I have 12 hope and 1 shadow. So guarding the crossing sounds good. So I just roll
You roll your feat dice, so your D12.
Sure, why
basically.
not? I'll roll my battle because that... Yeah, so I'll go ahead and roll my battle because that doesn't have any additional die, so it'll just be the feat die rolling.
Wow.
No way!
There's no fucking way.
That's amazing!
I actually got the
technically a 10% chance, but not that we're doing the odds.
Muriel is about to just fist bump with Gandalf, right? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, it's Legolas who is traveling.
Yes.
I doubt Legolas would find his way to Rohan.
I know, it would
At
just be
this
awesome.
Oh my god.
No,
It would just be really awesome.
I mean, to be honest, you have way higher chances of meeting either Saruman or Gandalf.
Well,
I mean-
Ladybug, who do I get to meet while I'm guarding the crossing?
Then you roll the role of Gandalf.
Yep.
Yep.
Let's say Saruman might have went out for a stroll.
And he's still a good guy at this point, as far as we know.
As far as everyone knows, he's still a good guy.
I mean, you have 3 bonus success dice to spend for an encounter with said Saruman.
What will you do? What will you do?
Yes, so yes,
Wait,
as you're guarding the
meaning
crossing, you
Saruman?
notice. Yes, as you're guarding the crossing, you notice that Saruman is passing through.
What the hell? But I don't notice anything suspicious because at this point,
No. At
He's
this
a good
point,
guy right now.
at this point, everybody is still convinced he's a good guy.
He's a super chill dude. I don't know why
Yeah.
anybody's.
I know I don't think he was ever chill. I'm pretty sure even when he was a good guy, he was not chill, but you know.
But he's still considered a good guy for now. It's only gonna take a few more years for that to go over to go away, but hey.
Do you want to
Okay.
regale Saruman with tales of your adventures?
you know, sure, yeah. She will tell him all about her little adventuring party and how amazing. There's like this one like really cool rider of Rohan. Her name's Lady Aislinn, and she's a really great fighter and is also blonde. She does not mention to Saruman that blonde, really good fighters are her type, but she does, you know, regale the tales of
He's not exactly
Lady
blonde.
Aislinn. And then she also has her friend Zesty.
I would love it if Saruman had just kind of
you know,
stopped
will
and
talk
is like,
to anyone. So have to get her.
Oh no, he listens attentively. He's listening, nodding. He does seem to be taking it in.
Yeah, and she'll be
Everything
like,
she
and we
says, she
just
tells
killed
him.
a huge horse.
That's admirable.
We
Sure.
killed a gigantic horse. It was really really cool.
so basically because of this, the
Saruman is
next
now
time
aware
we
of your
do a
existence.
fellowship phase, you could take him as a patron.
So yeah, I guess I get 3 success die the next time.
Yo, cat's out again. Violet.
Yeah, sorry. I guess I get 3 success die the next time I have an encounter with Saruman, which is pretty
Yes.
crazy. What?
And as Zesty just said, next time you have fellowship phase, you could try to get him as your patron. Who wouldn't want a powerful wizard as your patron, right?
Yeah.
Seriously.
I love
Way
the
better than
rest
my
of us.
patron.
Like, oh, how did you guys spend your undertaking? It's like,
I
I
don't
was
think
making
I
bread,
want Saruman
and
as my patron.
I tried to sing, and instead I just made myself sad. Like, I heard Zesty singing, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to sing anymore because that's just going to be her thing. She's way better at it.
There may be singing lessons in Aislinn and Zesty's future.
Yeah, like, I moped. That's what I did. I moped for mine.
Phelan over here is like sharpening her axe and just being like, gotta prepare for the troubles ahead. Muriel, what did you do? Oh, I just told some stories to Saruman of many colors.
I mean, I think Phelan did roll some blunts. That's what I heard. Like, I heard
That was my
Oh, yeah.
crap. I went
Yeah,
out into the
so-
woods. Phelan went out into the woods and rolled some blunts. That was how she takes the edge off.
Yeah, you know. No judgment.
Oh yeah, I was bored, so I guarded the crossings, and I met Saruman. So that was
You met
interesting.
who?
Oh, you know
Sorry,
the
is this like
wizard
a-
Saruman.
I have never met Saruman, and he's pretty close to here. That's
You met a wizard?
talk to him?
Yeah, I was just guarding the crossings, and then he crossed. So
I mean, I guess he is like a guy, right? He travels.
He's like, and I mean, it is said that a lot of the wizards travel in this area. It
Yeah.
just
and I was
I never-
guarding a point that was traveling across, and then I met it.
That is very neat. That is very neat. I would look forward to hearing the whole story.
Seems like a lovely
Listen
guy.
very attentively.
May I use my newfound insight to see if this is one of Muriel's slight exaggerations?
Absolutely, go for it.
I may not actually act upon it, but let's see. Oh, no, this is... You are a favored skill, and you will stay a favored skill. Oh.
I will say with this roll, yay, you are certain she's telling the truth. She actually met Saruman.
Yeah, like with your description.
But you don't believe me?
No, I completely believe you. Just, I don't think I've ever even met someone who could do active magic outside of our leader. So I just think that's fascinating.
Yeah, he was a really cool guy. He listened to me talk about all three of you. And it was a great time.
Achievement unlocked.
I was
Saruman
very
is now
excited
fully
to meet
aware
him.
of your entire party.
I never met
That's not gonna be a problem at any point in history, right?
What did you say about us?
that we were an adventuring party and we had all just killed this gigantic demon horse. And that we, you know, are very skilled. And, you know, if he ever needs, you know, to call upon an adventuring party, we have done some work for the King of Rohan. And we are, you know, skilled and would love to, you know, if he needs to, you know, send somebody on an adventure, he knows who to call.
Yay! Saruman is now aware of your adventuring party and how competent they are. You are.
Yeah.
That would be
It's
amazing.
never
Like,
gonna
we
be a
could
problem.
do work for like a great wizard. That's yeah, that would be super cool. I mean, I'm
Wouldn't
sure he's
it?
got a lot of
Like,
people
that
that
sounds
say
amazing.
that, and they're like, you know, hey, if you need somebody, you know who to call. But it's kind of cool to think that maybe he might like hit you up sometime.
Would be
Totally.
Yeah.
The concept of Saruman just
Well, I
walking
mean us.
up,
I did
I'm
like mention it.
Muriel the elf just kills me a little bit. It's not-
I have heard of your undertakings, and it is now time for you to fight for the cause. As long as he never explicitly states what the cause is, I'm sure we'll be fine.
I mean, I've already got one foot in the shadow. It's fine. What could go wrong?
Yeah, what can go wrong if you work with Saruman, right?
Nothing.
Aisling
Only
just
He's a good guy.
accidentally ends up becoming Saruman's right hand.
I mean,
money
I'm pretty
to play.
sure based on
Well, I mean, I think right
think
now he is a good guy, right? Like we don't have any reason to
I
believe he
would
wouldn't.
say right now everybody
So-
believes he's still a good guy. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say
we
he
think he's
necessarily
pretty-
still is.
Right, we have no reason to believe that he's not.
Yes, nobody yet suspects anything afoot with him. That doesn't mean he's still a good guy.
Yes, remember everybody, at this point in time, Saruman is a perfectly fine and just good dude. Radagast,
guy
he's
that
just a
Gandalf
little
went
bit
to for
quirky.
Yeah.
But it's fine. He's also probably fine. Galadriel, calmest person you'll ever meet.
How about that one?
I mean, as far as people know.
Had a pretty crazy childhood, to be honest.
Yeah, so that was Muriel's undertaking. Well, frickin'
All righty then.
Yeah, it was fun.
I'm
really
glad that
liked
one was
guarding the crossing.
last
I got to meet a
because-
lot of people. It was quite fun.
I'm really impressed. I've lived here my whole life, and I've never thought to meet someone so influential in the world. So, yeah, that is pretty neat. That's a good story you'll have to take home.
Yeah, I can't wait to tell Legolas. He'll be impressed.
Right, the person that you think is very pretty back home. I'm sure he will be.
Yes, the very pretty blonde battle man.
Yes.
Yeah, you know my type. Blondes who are really good at battling.
Yes.
There are at least two of them back home that you had specifically in mind when we talked about it.
You kind of never seem to venture out of that type, actually. It seems like a very sort of narrow corridor of people that you vibe with.
You know, it's really strange.
I just
blonde,
really like blonde. Really
I've gotten better with my sword lately as well. I've been practicing. It's interesting.
You are
you're very
blonde
good at
and good at battle.
I'd
I never
say you're
thought
the best at battle among us.
I mean, you're pretty good too.
You hurt people more. I just tank.
You're very talented.
See, I mean, I believe Muriel recognizes that you're pretty good at battle, and it's kind of impossible to not recognize that you're blonde. So, there's, you better watch yourself there, Aislinn, or
Right,
you might
if I didn't know any
catch
better,
the eye here.
Well, at least we know that Muriel already has some folks at home that she thinks of, so there's no confusion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Can I
mean,
insight
we
check
have a
if
go
he's
there. Seems like we're stuck in Rohan
with this?
forever. So I have to know.
So I believe everybody did all they needed for the fellowship phase from the mechanical side of it. What do you want to do with your free time during the time when you're recovering from all the wounds, all the injuries and shit you've gotten through your last adventure before you start your new adventure?
Phelan, I'd say you probably don't need to even inside check it. Like, she's pretty open book. She just really never really thought about it like that. So no, she's not like, she's just, you can tell that it's making her ponder things.
Now, of course, you don't have to insight check it, but
yeah, I can agree
if the
to fail
DM
the
did
insight
let
check.
you roll it, that could be another point that you put underneath your thing.
Could be an advancement point to bank for later.
I don't know. Seems a little disingenuous to roll it now that I've.
Sorry, I ruined
That's
it.
okay.
Pretty good luck to be undertaken.
So, to put a bit of a spoil in your nice time of rest, I will tell you that as you are taking your time to recover, you are starting to hear rumors of trouble on the east, where there are tales of orcs pillaging villages. And there have even been a few refugees that have managed to make it to Edoras. So yes, there are rumors of orcs pillaging villages on the east of Rohan.
Well, that's not great.
If at all possible, I would love to help maybe tend to the wounds of these people that are coming in. If Rohan will let me, because I don't.
Yeah,
really...
absolutely. I mean, those are refugees. Whoever wants to help is more than welcome to.
Yeah, 100%. People are dying or in danger.
I am sensing Phelan may want to help.
I'll take the comatose ones that won't talk to me.
There are plenty of shocked people who are non-verbal at the moment, so you're good.
Yeah, and I'll just ask
They
them.
survived an orc raid. They won't be talking anytime soon.
Oh God.
Did anything sort of bring this on? Were there any signs, or was this just random?
We don't know. Just one day orcs came and, well, pillaged.
How are you able to make it out?
We snuck out when they were, well, killing everyone else.
And you don't know maybe like what direction? Do you think they're coming here, or
It's hard to say. They are mostly attacking villages in the Eastfold. So, quick reminder for everyone in the party: you do know the guy in charge of the Eastfold. That's Cedric. You've met him before. Let me show you the guy, because you might not remember the guy. But Cedric, you bitch, where are you? Here you are. That's the guy?
Yes. I remember him.
Yep. And he's in charge of the Eastfold, and that's where the orcs seem to be pillaging villages. Meaning that he probably has way more things to do right now than he would have ever fucking wished for.
Sounds like there's money to be made.
and
Sucks to be him.
people to hopefully be saved?
Speaking of which, by the way, you will receive an invitation from Cedric to talk to him.
Oh man.
Which means that we will start the next game with a meeting encounter, because you will be meeting Cedric. Because this time this bitch has a quest for you.
Is that what the letter says? This bitch
You
has a
just
quest for you.
you just came from helping his political opponent, so you know.
Hey, gotta share the love.
Yes, you did manage to make peace between him and the other one by marrying the kids. Well, adults, but still.
Well, yeah. We don't do that here.
Yes. They're kids, but not per se kids. So yes, you did manage to do that. So they are not actively fighting, and right now seems that at least one of them is way too busy to fight the other one anyway.
Hey, that's good.
Okay. I don't think so, because he's busy fighting orcs.
Well, if we help get rid of the orcs, then he'll get to enjoy the wedding like everyone else.
There you go.
Yes.
Do you know how much booze is at a wedding? We do.
Yes, we've been to some.
We went to one. It was
I'm
great.
gonna feel this party's getting hammered once more.
We're just the wedding crashers.
They're just like, I smell another love story.
I bet Saruman got to hear about that too.
I mean, Saruman is also blonde, mostly, and good at fighting.
I don't think I heard about all that.
Connections, like you can just see the little. My 2 brain cells are like firing. Wait a minute.
Wait a second. Muriel was hitting on Saruman.
Muriel was not hitting on Saruman.
He may be of many colors, but the color that day was red.
Look at her face.
She does not
Violet's
like Saruman.
Violet's
Saruman is a
horrified.
witch.
Yes. Wait, you don't do wizards?
That is not
Okay.
something that she would ever do.
Just think of all the
Yeah,
freaky
she
things
is
you get up to with
into
a
pretty
wizard, though.
blondes who are good at fighting, not magicians. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you think
Not that
Saruman
wrong
could pick
kind of
up a
fighting.
sword or a bow and be good at it? No, he uses his magic.
So you like
doesn't
Wrong
believe
kind
them.
of fighting.
wrong fighters.
Yes, because Lord of the Rings doesn't have a very good track record of, wizards picking up swords and being really good at using them for some reason.
I mean, also really good at riding horses, I mean, I guess if you're that old, you eventually get good at that kind of stuff. Like,
Yeah.
All right,
like
so
you could be
which
mediocre
characters-
and do it for years.
Which characters in our party would fuck Saruman if given the option? Now I need to know.
Well,
No,
considering
Muriel
you're
would
looking
not.
at Manic Pixie Dream Gay over here, it's not going to be zesty.
Apparently, it's just Phelan.
Phelan would?
I don't know, fail? Maybe.
I don't think that's Aislin's thing. I think she likes folks closer to at least her appearance and age. I think he's a little old for her. I don't think she's into that age gap thing. But also, she's gonna die like while the others are still very young, so it's fine.
Phelan over here has a full freaking zaddy vibe. She's like,
No. Oh no.
oh man. So,
You say
okay, we should probably answer this summons. Right, like,
Yes.
it's
Yes,
usually
yes.
like, hey, don't keep them waiting, and also
Yeah.
people are dying from orcs.
Right. Yes. We should go. We should go soon. I have not had a good time being here. We should go do other things.
I mean, are you okay? Do you want to talk?
No.
Yeah, I've had a
okay.
great time this time off, but yeah, I'm ready
Yes,
to hit
you-
the road again.
You met Saruman, and I tried to sing, and I hurt my own ears.
You were. Look, you're getting
I
there.
think you have a beautiful voice.
Oh, thank you. No one's ever told me that before.
Your pitch is right. You just kind of have to get to like the controlling part of it. You got to keep yourself very like lubricated.
I just kind of look at Zesty for a second, and I'm like, nope, not touching that. And I'm like, yeah, so we should get going.
Give me 1 second. I need to pack up the bread.
Yeah, we should.
Right, pack, and then I'll get the horses ready.
I will go and pack up the bread. It's probably still hot.
Oh, I'll come
But,
with
like-
you to get it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit better. You know, obviously some of the stuff that we saw kind of rocked me a bit, but I just kind of feel better when I'm around you guys, and obviously you saved my ass that was dangling out of the mouth of that creature. Oh, I was losing a lot of blood fast.
You were. It was very gory. There was a lot of. I think I saw some intestine. Those aren't. You aren't supposed to see those. Those are supposed to be on the end. That's like.
Yeah, I'd rather keep those inside for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. But you lived, which is good.
I did because you guys are awesome, and together we're even more awesome.
I did sing the song that time. Yeah, I did sing the song that one time, and it
You
was.
did. You got that binding song down perfect.
Yeah, you did a really great
Yeah,
job.
I did.
Song.
I did.
Maybe we'll kind of use that as like a jumping off
Yeah,
point.
maybe you were just like really tired when you tried to sing this time. You know, maybe you were just very fatigued from all the battling. You know that you did such a good job at. Maybe that's why this time didn't go as well.
Yeah. I do feel better now. Still not super hopeful, but I do feel better.
I'll like while the horses are also getting ready, I'll make like a tea with like lemon and be like and pass it to Muriel and be like, hey, if you give this to Aislinn, it kind of helps to just kind of keep the throat like wet which is, when you're straining your voice, you don't want it to like dry out.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, just to keep
Yeah,
the throat.
I can give her the. I've had tea before. Yeah, I
Yeah.
can bring her the tea.
Um,
April, I brought you tea
Oh, thank you.
since you said your throat was hurting after the singing.
Do you want to sit and have tea with me before we go? Since the others have things they're still getting ready.
Yeah, we could hang out, drink tea.
Yeah.
I could, brush Meredith's hair.
Yeah, definitely. So we are in the stable hanging out with the horses, drinking tea, having companionable silence and companionable conversation, and there's no tension whatsoever.
I feel like Zesty walks
Six
out
feet
like
apart
with
because
the
we're not gay.
she's like, all right,
Yeah.
and just like slides out of view. And she sees like you two are
Perfect.
spending quality time. She's just like,
Not gonna interrupt that.
nope.
Yeah, and it's good. It's a good time. They always enjoy talking to each other, and yeah, it's a good time.
And then we begin our journey.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
guess
the meeting will be at the next game. If you don't want anything more, we could probably stop here, since we've done the fellowship phase and we have the start for the next game, the next adventure.
Sounds good.
Sounds like
Our
good
fellowship
topic.
phases do tend to be a bit shorter than the normal adventures anyway, so that's normal. But yes, next time you are going to meet with Cendric and get a quest to, well, help him deal with his little orcish problem.
Yay, we did
I don't know if
it!
it's worth saying bank your advancement points.
Yes, do remember to bank your advancement points, and since it's the end of the game, well, you don't get experience points for fellowship phase because it's fellowship phase, but you do get your fellowship pool distributed to regain hope.
Woo!
Ew.
Okay.
I mean, you can at least regain hope.
I'm at 10 of 12.
11 of 14.
Yay, hope. I do not need my hope point, so Anara, you can have my hope point
Okay.
if you need any
I'll
more.
be at.
I don't know if you're up to your max.
I mean,
yet.
it can't hurt. It can't hurt with my shadow, so I'll be at 11 of 12.
And then I can use mine to go up to 11.
Hey, bless you. That was really cute.
Sorry.
And then I assume, like, Violet, are you completely full?
Yeah, I have 12 out of 12. I don't need mine. That's why I gave it to Anara. Since she has no
That's actually
shadow.
that's the chatting with the horses. Is Muriel like cheers Aislinn up a little bit and
Aw.
about things in general? Yeah, gives her hope back.
So yeah, we're all at 11 then, those of us who aren't at full. So, Kayla, you could just use yours to go up to 12 if you want.
Woo!
Woo.
Yeah,
And then we're doing pretty good.
Yes, Aizen is only 6 points away from corruption.
I know.
What could
I
go
got
wrong?
some hope now, so now I am 7 away.
So yeah, you're at safe distance for now.
Yeah.
Until
all
you gain
good.
more shadow.
It's all good.
It's not like you're gonna spend 7 points of hope during the adventure.
I would never.
Not at all.
Or like you're gonna gain more shadow.
It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Maybe we just have to deal with, like, failing a roll. You know? We don't have to pump hope into everything.
I cannot now, so
I did not say that.
There is the one thing that getting the new armor.
Yeah.
What are my options?
Okay, let me open that creator again because it also has all of the freaking bullshittery.
Hell yes. I love a good
Uh,
amount of bullshittery.
Yes, I just need to open the page again because I closed it because I didn't think I'm gonna need it again. Because that's me.
Gear, maybe?
Let me just check. It's gonna be. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, that didn't work. Let's see. There we go. This should work. Okay, so yes, in armor, what from your options, what do you have now?
Give me a quick second.
Okay.
I'm so sorry, you guys, because with the time difference, I'm way behind when I need to be off. So I do. Need
Okay. Sure, go.
Okay.
No problem.
Bye,
I'm
guys.
currently rocking a leather corselet and
Okay.
cap of iron and leather.
Okay, so as far as armor goes, you can go with a mail shield. That raises your armor to 3 dice and has encumbrance of 12. Then there's the coat of mail, which gives you 4 dice of armor, but the encumbrance is 16. And well, then there's the mail hauberk, which is 5 dice and encumbrance of 20. So that's for armor. And as for headgear, there's only, I think, one more. Yeah, there's only helm, other than the cap of iron and leather, which is plus 4 armor and encumbrance of 6.
So that's plus 4 protection.
Yes.
So just
as
remind me,
opposed to the plus 1 that the cap gives you.
what is the difference between the armor and the protection?
So armor is the amount of dice you roll when you are at risk of getting a wound, and the protection is the bonus you can add to that.
Oh, so
that's
it's just like a flat bonus.
Yes.
I will go with the helm then.
Okay.
And
So
I
that
will
raises
make
your-
that my cunning make helm.
Okay. So that raises your protection, I believe, from plus 1 to plus 3. Plus 4, I mean.
Yes.
Yep.
Which I
But
don't
do
really know how to
remember-
put on this character sheet, but it does exist.
And do remember that it raises encumbrance as well, because cap of iron and leather had encumbrance of 2, and this one has encumbrance of 6.
Yes, but it is a cunning make, which means I reduce the encumbrance by 2.
So it only raises it from 2 to 4. Which is a good trade-off.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, plus 3 protection.
Plus 3 protection and only an extra 2 encumbrance. I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, then we're good.
Okay, in that case, we will be finishing for today. Let me put in the last message in the chat, and then I will close us off. Okay, let's finish this.